Hey people, what's happening? What's happening? What is happening? What's happening? Listen, let me stop chewing up this candy. But call this a live buffet. I be throwing around little titles and see if I can eventually turn them into a segment or into a style of live or something like that. Just, for some type of consistency and to be fly and cute. What's happening? What's happening, Daniel? And the rest of y'all, if y'all can please like us up, that'd be much appreciated. But I want to play this whole thing. Okay. Sorry about that. I don't know why they put that old news out there since it has already passed. I don't know why would they put that out there today since it is already passed. Hey, purple, purple. Hey, baby, baby. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? So, because of the style of lives I conduct over here, I probably am going to stick with a live buffet. Let's feast on it all. I like that. So that way you'll know that it is about mixed content. Yes. Um, and I do feel a way, right? I feel a way about a bunch of stuff. We gonna get into it in a minute. Let me blow my nose. Yep, it is so much going on, so much going on today. Yep, and it is a shame that I literally have to come and say this. Please vote for Kamala Harris on 11/5/2024. Okay? I'm not saying just go vote. I'm not. I'm asking you to vote, and I'm asking you to vote for someone in particular. Okay? A lot of times, right? We do things and we make mistakes. Because I'm telling you, a vote for Trump tomorrow is going to be a mistake. Why sit up there and make a mistake tomorrow and potentially see that one mistake affect us for the rest of our lives on planet Earth, right? Uh-uh. So that's why I'm telling you. Just go vote for Trump. Don't worry about it. Okay. Just don't worry about the little $2 or $3 you think you're gonna see in your pocket, which you probably if he takes off, you probably won't see a change. If you see a change that is more than what you're seeing now, because that's probably after his economy kicks in. So just don't worry about it. We don't have time right now to explain all the particulars to you. And shout outs to all of those content creators on every platform that can put out um, commentary that makes sense. Okay, not everybody can do that. So shout out to those that can. We appreciate you because you don't. Let me tell you something. I know it be sound like, oh, she just be going off and people make mistakes, whatever. Well, yeah. And here's the reason why, right? Because some mistakes are avoidable, right? Now, one thing I'm bad at, I'm bad at spell check and all that. One, I don't be having time for that, and two, I be using different devices, right? Some the spell check is already built in, some is not. I figure y'all know what the hell I'm talking about, and y'all know that I'm not no dummy. So if I made a mistake, you know it's a mistake. You know what I'm saying? You know if I went back and checked it, I would, catch that mistake. I won't just leave it there. Okay. And you can tell when someone is just dumb and because they make the same mistake over and over again, or you just know they're dumb from just listening to them and looking at them. So, but some mistakes, those are temporary you effects, right? If any, because most times we're smart enough to read something and we can decipher what the author intended, right? But when you make a bad choice like putting Trump in office in the highest position in the land, uh, you know what could be potentially the known putting him in office, but the unknown is scary as hell to me. And ain't nobody got time for that. We see what happened as a result of how he just came through and changed the face of the Supreme Court, right? Just you see what happened. It's too much. It's too much. So I don't have time to be dealing with that. I don't want to hear nothing about I ain't know and all that stuff later on when we try to tell you. I'm not got time for that. Stop trying to reinvent the wheel. Stop trying to be a member. I don't know what you want to be a member of. Stop having problems with women in power. Stop having. Just stop. It's too much. And nobody got time for that. No, I don't. We don't have time for your inferiority complex. We don't have time for that. Again, a lot of things that people blame others for, you really should look closer to home. I'm not talking about your mama and daddy or whatever. I'm just referring to them. Okay, I'm not talking about or whoever raised you. I know I take responsibility for my shortcomings as a parent and anything else. So I think you should hold yours responsible for their shit. All right. I ain't got time to play with you. My nerves bad, and I told y'all, when my nerves get bad, I get upset or whatever. I'm going ahead and take it out on y'all. It ain't. I mean, I'm not in a bad mood because I had a real bright idea, and thanks, thank you so much to that wonderful child I gave a brain to and life to. I told her that she's a damn genius. She probably asleep, but I. Oh my gosh, we are a idea freaking warehouse. Okay, she's bomb. She is the bomb. But listen, um, and there's no need to get upset with other people because of your inferiority complexes or the way you see yourself or whatever. That's a you problem too. right? So take that up. Like I said, look closer to home. Take it up between you and the people that had you and all of that. Take it up with that. Take it up to who you pray to, and not take it up with all of them. They got the answers. Okay? Don't come out here and being mad at nobody else. Go in and do it. We don't know you. Right now, it ain't no time for playing, pussyfooting around. Don't the people in Maine, don't they vote this morning? Do they vote this morning? Let me see. I think they vote this morning. I'd like to see when they vote. Okay. Let me see. I don't know if y'all state does it, but do y'all get like little voting report cards? I got. I was at the mail. I was like, ooh. Don't the people in Maine start at 12 o'clock? Yeah, I'm a very unforgiving person. I don't want to hear nothing about what we ain't know. Huh? What do you mean we ain't know? What do you mean when we try to tell you? We have a bumbling idiot that's out there, and it's so unfair, y'all, because if Kamala even, and God forbid Joe Biden makes a mistake in saying something wrong, but and then y'all got some dude up there. What'll be pretty? Hey, smarter, but God forbid Joe Biden says something. It's everywhere, and I know I get alarm too, so I'm not trying to, but I make more of a joke of it because I know what he meant, whatever, you know. The scary part is Trump be mean what he be saying, and he'll do anything, anything to exploit an opportunity, right? It's something to get over. I can't stand people like that. I can't stand people that do anything for money. Like, what? So, mm-mm, nah. Negative Ghost Rider. It's just not me. It's not where I get down. And it is not about no one being better than anybody or always have. No, that's because nobody lives like that. That's crazy. That's a fairy tale. It just all has something to do with who you are as a person. That's it. Nothing else. And you hope that who you are as a person, and we already know where we get all of those attributes from, where it's contributed from. Lord, parents, teachers, friends, school, job, all those things help shape our personalities and thought process, beliefs, the whole 9 yards, right? Plays a great role in our mental um, the whole night, you know what I'm saying? The whole night, our experiences. You could just say that our journeys through life, right? Just understand. So I'm trying to see. I think, well, and let me tell you something. When I get scarred, it's like my my mind go to erasing shit. Because I told you everything with me starts in my head, then it goes in my heart, and then out in my body. Okay, so my mind goes to erasing shit. It erases people, places, things, situations. It gets rid of your ass. Okay, it gets rid of it, and then it gets on about my heart, and then get on about my body. Right. So I can't even remember what state it is. I believe it's Maine, where they had a handful of people that be voting for there in the morning, and I think it's after 12 o'clock. Right. I think it's at 12. And I like to watch the voting from that point. Yeah, it has to start tonight because because thereby throughout that the day tomorrow, I be tripping. I be all nervous wreck. But yeah, so but anyway, a lot to talk about. You know, um, I see DJ Tyson did confirm that Miss D Wilson did pass. I saw it and I immediately posted it. So I wanted someone to confirm it, but that was a few days ago. So I'm not sure when she passed, how she passed, anything like that. But of course, we give our condolences to her and her family and her loved ones, any friends. You know, it is always tough, and I caught this live, and that kind of what motivated me when I posted that thing about forgiveness. Forgiveness is something well, I don't struggle with it. I mean, I just don't like it. I just don't do it. So it's not a struggle with me. I think maybe the struggle with me as far as the forgiveness thing, I just don't understand why um I just have that hard of a time doing it. Mm-mm, mm-mm. And I went and searched for a realistic view towards forgiving people. Meaning, and I'm not saying the view in the Bible is unrealistic, but it can be to a certain degree. Because if I'm not mistaken, that Bible wants you to forgive regardless. Now I don't know, I mm, mm, but there, but you know, and this is my preference, right? When someone says that they forgive people or whatever, I also am a little more accepting of when you say that. If you also say that, and I want you to forgive me, right? That's just me. Because none of us live a perfect life, and we don't live a life where we don't do stuff to people, right? I told you, but the thing that really ends you on, on my list is when you are intentionally doing shit. A mistake is something different. A mistake is usually not repeated, right? And a mistake, right? A person will acknowledge they made a mistake and they usually won't repeat it. That's a person that does the A's, right? Acknowledge, is accountable, and atone, right? That's what I'm saying. I don't deal with that other A. Apology. Fuck that. Okay, I just don't. Because you have people that will apologize to you on Monday, and by Wednesday, they either repeating the same thing or doing something else to your ass. I'm like, that's nonsense to me. That just tells me that that person ain't right. So, like, why even bother? You know what I'm saying? That's just me. And I, I'm not. I don't see where I have to forgive somebody for everything they do. If somebody's not gonna forgive me, that's crazy. And a lot of times, the stuff is one sided. People think you just ought to forgive everybody, but nobody's supposed to forgive you, right? I don't know. It's not. It's not. Um, no, I always call bullshit and full of shit on all of those aspects. That's just not how it works. It's just not how it works. See, there are certain things that people do that you can tell it's naturally in them. And then there are certain things people do, it's just fake and fun. Fake and fun. And it is what it is. Meaning, if you really are really sorry for doing something, your actions before and your actions after is going to show that. Now, maybe everybody might not pick it up, but I'm going to pick it up. But you have people that just do the whole apology situation as a formality, and then so that's why I don't get into that forgiveness shit. I understand it. I love to see it when it happens because I I would like to think most people are sincere, right? And I'll say this, like out in the world, right? I've seen where people apologize to each other, whatever, and they going about their day, right? Now, with all those friends and exes and stuff like that, do you think that we lived a perfect, harmonious existence? No. Uh-uh. Nope. Not at all. Okay? Not at all. But we different kind of people. You understand what I'm saying? 8 out of 10 times, we didn't do anything to each other that we intended to do. And or if we did intend to do it, we got through it, did the 3 A's, and did what? We ain't do that shit no more. That's the difference. And that is the whole thing about, like, real friends and family and shit like that, right? That's just the difference, right? And then it all comes from who you are as a person. I keep trying. I know y'all tired of me hearing saying it, but it's how you are. It makes a difference. So yeah. So I don't think that all these years, try please. Nope. But we wasn't doing shit. All kind of old crazy. You know what I'm saying? Just I mean, and listen, we all are. Well, just say this, and this is what I know for a fact. When it comes to different people, right, we have different views. Some people, you know, some of us will support, some of us will not. Some of us won't support their behavior, some of us will, blah, 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 blah. But we're never going to act a fool just because of a difference of opinion. We're not going to escalate into trying to kill each other, put people in jail, dox and this and that. We're not gonna take it up to them. Telling all kind of lies and making up shit and manipulating. We're not gonna do all of that. No. I'll tell you this, right? I'll tell you this. Okay. With the Diddy situation. Like I said, Diddy isn't the only person, the only celebrity, the only um person that can afford, doing, getting down with the get down or whatever. And he's not the only one. Okay. Some of us have difference of opinions with not only him, but with it, all of it prior to even him getting, put on Front Street for it. Everybody have their different views. We're not going to go to blows over. We have never gone to blows over. And some of us can be a little more judgmental than others. Say something that might have a little bite to it, or we get the fuck on. You know what I'm saying? We're not. it- It's not gonna. I'm not gonna ride by your house and take pictures. Like what? What? You know what I'm saying? Different people. That's all to it. We don't do all of that. That's ridiculous, right? So therefore, when something happens, right, to one of us, to somebody else, or whatever, the speech isn't about, we ain't always get along, whatever. It's straight up condolences. And I'm not saying anybody who said that, whatever, because, I mean, of course, I mean, that is what you should say in this particular environment because this is what happened, right? So I'm not saying somebody said something wrong. That actually that's perfect to say. What I'm saying is it shouldn't even have to have been. It didn't even have to be said because if it was different kind of people, that wouldn't even be something that you would even have to say because people with good goddamn sense know not to go crazy over somebody that 95% of them ain't never met, or if they did, was very brief. That's insane to me. It's always been insane, and I've never understood the um the choosing of the side and trying to kill each other if you disagree. Because surely you should be sympathetic and empathetic enough to see something on both sides. Duh. And I would say that without even having a professional opinion about it. But just about everybody that came out here with a professional opinion didn't pick a side. So I'm giving my personal opinion. I can see something to empathize and sympathize with on both sides. Doesn't make me indecisive, doesn't make me not trustworthy, whatever. Only an idiot would think that. A weirdo. A low, rats, dust mites, scrubs, um, hoodlums, hood folk, niggas, that type of stuff. People like, people ain't got it together, crazy folk, weirdos. I think the list goes on. I'm very, very, very insulting. But you understand what I'm saying? So, and it should always be a somebody, experience something. Sorry, y'all. Experience something like you know, some kind of tragedy. It doesn't matter what you support, who you support, and how you support them. Where it should be an issue of people coming together. That's just crazy. They don't do that in the real world. I don't know no people that act like that. And the people that do, they are animals. And I said it. You can go to the zoo or get your favorite picture book and pick out which animal you would like to be referred to as. Yeah, I said that. Yeah. Because it's ridiculous, right? And for the people to have that are the heads of these particular groups or whatever to have created conditions like that. Because although, they were ridiculous enough to create conditions, y'all are dumb enough to follow them, so whatever. Anytime somebody tried to stick me in a group, whatever, that's why I went off. Even making somebody go and say, hey, no, you go straighten that out. You know damn well I'm not in your damn group. Stop lying. Yeah. I just, I don't get in like that. Not me. It ain't because I think I'm better. I know it. As a matter of fact, I'm better than some of the shit I done done. Hell, damn right. I can say that. So, and I just look, oh, when people create these barriers, and y'all, I just don't know how this works. How y'all let strangers, I don't even know how this works. I ain't even get into this show psychology. Ain't got nothing to do with it. I'm saying, fuck you with the middle finger and the middle toe. Yep, up in the air. But yeah, it's weird. Kind of very weird. But anyway, outside of this hellhole, we don't experience all of that. I know, and my life is normal like that. And I'm pretty sure most of y'all's are. Now, if y'all have just pockets and groups of people like this here that y'all deal with, I don't know what to say. That says something more about you than um anybody else. I don't. Hell no. Mm. And you know what? And I am perfectly a-okay forgetting that I've ever even uttered your name, anybody's name. Yeah, I'm okay with that. That's how I like to deal with stuff. I just, erase your ass out of, out of history, out of my history. Anyway. And I mean that I could just said hello, and I find out that your ass is fucked up. I don't know. You know, I can erase it. Sorry, I said hello. That's just how I am. Anyway, um, it is just insane. It's insane ass shit that don't make no damn sense. It has no sense. A lot of it has to do with jealousy and this goes on. Like, what? I don't understand it. Some of y'all embrace it. I get it. Okay. Um, just like, and I don't, you can say, oh, she thinks y'all, no, I don't. I don't think I'm shit. I just know I'm better. I know that. And the things I'm talking about better in is it has something to do with values and shit like that. Not no, you know. And I ain't said I've always been for. I ain't said that, but at least I know when I was wrong. And I'll say it. I ain't looking for nobody to corroborate it and lie it all up. And da, 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 da. Shut up. Ridiculous. You know. I think that somebody who you're familiar with, when a tragedy strikes, you should be able to acknowledge them um, how normal people would. But because of the conditions and shit like that, it's all fucked up. It's weird. Can't do that. Just think about weird. It's just passing of strangers. That don't even know we exist. And because of powers that be, hey, this is what you have. And you know what I'm saying? But I can see why some of you guys would elect Trump because I see who, a lot of you guys, y'all elected to be in charge. I don't, okay, yeah. But don't get mad because that would never be my story. I would never kiss her ass. Ever. Not in, that's in and out here. I'd never play to get along. Mm-mm. Say what I feel. I feel what I fucking say. And I don't give a damn if you like it or not. This is what it is. Um, I don't have to lie to nobody. People give you a lot. Why lie? Duh. And if need be, I'm on whatever receipt it is. That's the receipt it is. I don't know whether you like it or not. I don't give a fuck. I don't know you. And even if I did, I would still say I don't give a fuck about how you feel. How about that? Other than that, um, yeah, that's how it is. I just hate people, just going through like unnecessary shit. Yeah, nobody ever knows what's going on in someone else's life. And you get your motherfucking ass, your crazy ass come or whatever, and you're gonna add to it. Like, what? And it's like, it'd be all fun and games up on me for when in them streets. I would suspect that y'all don't get out like that because I believe somebody would, pretty much um, probably solve some of our problems. Yeah, you fuck with the wrong person. Yeah, they got some real for your motherfucking ass in the street. So yeah, that's why I believe it's only up here because it's too many punks and P-words to get out in the streets and move like that. So I'm about to out in I don't vibe. Um, but you know, I just always would imagine that people who have different opinions will be able to assemble and not be considered ops and all that extra shit and all that drugs. I mean, it's unbelievable. And I watched it. It was shaking my damn head. I ain't understand none of it. It's weird. And the fact that I got to go tell people to vote for Kamala against Trump, like, what? Why? But let's be clear. This is the only place I got to tell somebody to go, tell people to go vote for Kamala. I ain't got to tell nobody I really know that I know got good goddamn sense. Or, oh, you know what else? Anybody I like, they already voting for Kamala. White or black or other. So I just thought about that too. The only person that I halfway know that ain't voting for Kamala, I don't like her ass anyway. I don't like her ass anyway. And I don't even talk to her, and somebody had to tell me that she voting for Trump. Mm-hmm. Ain't that some shit? Yeah. So anyway, let me go through down my list of books. I'm just getting the crabs out of the way right now. Yeah, but when it comes to forgiveness and stuff like that, it's like, you know, you have to have the basic skills to do any any of that, right? You have the basic skills. I just I don't understand why I have to. I understand what it says about. I get that. And let me make sure you know that it's a lot easier for me to like okay, talk it out or don't talk it out. Agree to put it behind you, but listen, you just don't do it no more. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit. And that's how I resolve a lot of my issues and stuff like that. And therefore, forgiveness ain't even a thing because I usually, pretty much put it behind me. Now, I will seriously do that. You know, I'll seriously do that. So it ain't even a thing no more. Because Red Night, we don't feel like, I don't know how many times, right? This has been the longest, but we don't feel like a few times. And we'll come together, but usually because of some kind of tragedy or some shit like that, right? Because think about it. I told you, and I know y'all probably don't believe it, but I do. I put a whole bunch of value in people, in relationships, and family and friends and all of that. And even exes. So, um, and because I know why they are so close to me and whatever, that's because guess what? Y'all know why. They good people. So they are worth just you know getting it together, right? It's just almost natural. two good people, they're gonna work it out or figure it out, right? And with Yvette, it's so strange because I mean our cousins know each other. Our cousins hang. Like what the fuck? The aunties know it, all that type of stuff. So it's a long, you know, it's truly, probably a little more than a, non-traditional family or whatever. Well, no, it's still non-traditional in the structure of it, but um, yeah. So that's a little different. We are like that. I mean, that's crazy. It it is crazy, 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 crazy. So, when your cousins know each other, her little cousins used to follow me and all that type of stuff. We used to hang out and see we they our family members would hang out without us being present, right? So that's how deep it is. That's how deep it is with me and a few, friends. We deep like that. So, but um, that's what makes it's a little different. And with certain things, you think I think that this was probably the longest one of things. I mean, I guess we could have came back from it, but I told you sometimes I be in my mood where I be like, I ain't ready to be, be cool again. I wanna extend it, and sometimes that lasts longer than I expect, or longer than I intended to, and then it makes the road getting back together a little more difficult or whatever. But at least those are some roads that I am interested in. Now there's some roads. I mean, to be honest, let me see. I'm usually not open to um mending fences. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, normal people don't go like to the fucking just over and beyond to fuck over people and do people in and stuff like that. So therefore, you can come back to some shit, but there's some shit you just can never come back. There's no way. You understand what I'm saying? It's like you're literally never getting to sleep because you'll be wondering what the fuck they planning, plot, somebody plot. So who wants to deal with that? So it's best you always. And these just the way I carry it. It's best to keep those people in front of you, right? So you can see them. So if you need the um, if you need to take, you can take care of it. You don't be, once you have it, it's established that okay. But there's also some extra stuff that I don't, that goes into that. Sometimes you got to keep them close to watch. Sometimes you got to do that. See what the plot is, you know. But that's a job thing. You can't listen. Well, I don't tell you all the little secrets. But yeah, sometimes you got to be in the thick of things, know what the fuck is going on, right? And then you might not know, but whatever. But so that's what I say. I hate like if shit when people. blow things way, way, way out of proportion. Just do too much to where when tragedies and things and shit like that happen, you be like, you know, it put you in a bad space, right? Altogether. You know, things that should bring you together should never divide you. But when you have people that create barriers and you follow those barriers, what you think, you know? So, yeah, but good luck to y'all with all that. Um, hmm. Oh, so, man, this Puff Daddy thing. Now, here's the thing, right? I'm never going to condone anything dealing with minors. I'm never going to condone that. I'm never going to condone not never going to condone domestic violence. I'm never going to condone playing with someone's life, uh, e- exposing them to risk to a certain degree, shit like that, right? Stuff that is beyond the other person's control, damn near completely, right? I'm never gonna be okay with that. And like I said, in the minor angle. Okay, so right now, because I don't want y'all to say like it seems like I'm defending it, because I'm not defending nobody. I'm just telling you what the difference is. And I'm just telling you about a world that I have information on, you know. It's the difference when you have information on a world and you know nothing about another person's world, right? Okay, so now I would be, I'm in support of anybody short of a murderer having bail. Okay, um, can about that. Um, but Diddy is a server, though, right? And he's a contributor to this world. Okay, and I know he done some. I already know that, right? But I'm saying he is of service. But this is my personal opinion. All right. He is a server, and um, I'm okay with the little wins he get, right? Because he got all these crazy ass people coming all out of woodwork saying all this shit. We don't know if it's true or not, what have you, ahead of his trial. That's very serious. They can land him in jail, in prison forever. I'm okay with the win of the judge ordering that gag order. Because when you're talking about affecting someone's case, it's a little different. Now, um, if that was done, I don't know if Kelly's side or whoever, it don't matter who it is, side would have requested a gag order on a lot of these people that's coming out with all these civil suits and shit, and being that the bar for civil suits is low. That means that people can come out and say any goddamn thing, right? I didn't know nobody. People lied so much. I told you I've been in a bubble. I've been, I've done such a good job, and I usually travel with people, or if I'm traveling alone, I'm going, somewhere where I know the people, whatever. When I you just go rogue, this is what happens, right? I land amongst you motherfuckers, right? But with once if I got a guy with me, or I'm going somewhere where I know the people, whatever, I'm usually going to where I know the people, right? I know when I say I know the people, I know their belief structure, right? How they shit is set up. So I didn't know I didn't know people like god damn, right? And to even play with the courts with the lies. Like, who does that? Like, and I'm not talking about people that's in trouble with the law line. I'm talking about people that just want the either fame or trying to make I don't know what it is. Who was willing to just get in, I mean, put it on paper, I don't know who does that. I ain't never seen no shit like that. Motherfuckers running up to the jail the house and say, "Ooh, lock me up." Ooh, ooh, ooh. I've never seen that, but whatever, right? It's weird as hell to me. Never seen it. Never seen people call up the feds and shit. Bypass the state. A lot of shit be state crime. Call the feds. As if they have time to be, fucking around with your bullshit, right? It's crazy. But so, so whatever it is or whatever. So again, I don't know if I don't remember if somebody on the kill side did a gag order, but I don't recall a whole bunch of lawsuits. I do recall some, but not a whole. Not like the ones that they putting out on P Diddy. Like, ah, dang, right? At some point, it is prejudicial, right? It can't be anyway, and it could make it almost impossible to get a fair jury there, or or you have frauded the judicial system, right? The whole due process, right? So I I think it's completely fair to do so, um, to give them a gag order, make it extend to and gag orders just don't um, are not supposed to just be applied to people that's not connected to the case or potentially could be connected to the case, right? So that's why they wrote up potential witnesses and stuff like that. That's why that language read like that, and make sure that um, if it is challenged, the correct language and process is in place, right? But I've never seen shit like this before in my life. How this works, I don't know how this works. It's some crazy shit. So well, as of now, right? Because in his indictment, Puppy hasn't been charged with minors and stuff like that, right? So we're gonna assume that everybody is of age, right? We're supposed to just one person. We don't know how many more. Um, so now I don't know. It's somebody in here knows. I ain't gonna put that person on Front Street, but listen, when these people get the hoo to come on out to go to these shindigs, right? These parties and all this bullshit, right? They know what they're coming for, and they also know that drugs are going to be a part of it. And to be honest, Now, I don't know nothing about all this. I'm just telling you. Don't fucking with me. In some communications, they tell you that the stuff is gonna be there. Yeah. In some communications, they tell you that they're gonna have the stuff there. All you need to do is show up. And they have, I told you, they have mounts and they have all kinds of stuff in there. So I have a kind of legal question, right? Should the defense, if they ever get their hands on these communications, I'm sure they can, if they get their hands on, if they come across these communications, right? Now, I don't know if, I'm assuming that the prosecutors will have, if they, you know, well, depending on how it, who did what, and who's the people that's setting shit up, whatever, they will have that those communications through those people text messages, right? If the prosecutors put it in, I'm pretty sure if they put it in, then they have. I'm pretty sure they're gonna put it in because it helps make their case. But if from some strange reason they don't have, and you say P did or whoever say, hey, because the part of the defense, one I'm pretty sure is going to say, hey, these people knew what they was getting into. They grown. They were gave consent because they blah 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 blah. Remember the kind of the defense I gave. You know, you agreed to come here and you agreed to take the drug and you agreed to da, 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 knowing, and there is a way the prosecutor can stop that defense. But my thing is with the introduction of those communications, will that help or hurt his defense? And I'm on the fence. But I know that it could minimize his criminal liability to show that there was some sort of agreement with the other party, and you can graft a whole defense around that, especially with the women that kept going back, or the women that stayed in the relationship and all this whatever. Yeah, you can lay out a pretty decent defense, and instead of him, just if he is on the hook for 15 years, get it down to 5 or something like that. But the thing about it is, if you go that route, you kind of play into the prosecution's hand. It's like, oh gosh. Because I'm telling you, a lot of that information is in those communications. Because the drug enhancement is what makes the sex and all that type of stuff, you know, more fun and stuff like that. Make them loose and all of that. So, I don't know. Should they introduce? I mean, mm, I don't know because you heard Leroy, and I don't know if Cassie alluded to it, that there were handlers for he did it. Well, yeah, that's how it works. But my thing is, did they get the phones? Did they get the devices? shit. And oh my gosh. And the one thing that I know for sure, I don't speak in absolute, but I'm about 98% for sure, that Chris Brown told that girl to get a plan B. I'm telling them things be well orchestrated. Yeah, I almost rolled off. I was like, oh no, I forgot about the plan Bs. Oh my gosh. Ooh, that nigga, yeah, have them there. Shit. Because, see, that's what I'm saying. The whole idea is to have some loose, freaky, um, I'm probably going up in you without, I'm be so high, and I don't give a fuck. I'm probably going up in you without a rubber type shit going on. And then some of them girls be coming up for what um a paycheck, a 18-year paycheck, and like, yeah, baby, I can push one out. Oh yeah, you have to have the plan B's. Ah, and the one, this is something that they all thought that, cause on the face of it, it's thought of as consensual, but not when it comes to the law. Not consensual. Well, I don't know. I was thinking about that. I was like, oh snap. They get them communications and stuff like that. They gonna be like, they gonna put them in. Mm-hmm. And now, moving on. We're on our buffet, child. We're on our buffet. Wait the crabs first. Wait the seafood first. So now, when it comes to crimes of necessity, I'm a lot lenient on those. If I weren't, I would be a hypocrite all around. And that's not how my psychologist set up, right? So when it comes to violence, I hate to say it, and when it comes to like trying to make money or whatever, I'm a little more understanding with regards to those types of crimes, right? Because with violence, like it could be a crime of necessity. Like, did you have to uh get that motherfucker? That type of stuff, right? Did you have to stand up for yourself? That was a necessity, because if not, that person could have kept on, bullying you and stuff like that, right? Or did you have to um knock over a bank or something like that because you need to feed your family? You know, so I'm way more sympathetic and empathetic for those types of crimes. You know, I don't like harassment and bullying and shit like that, and you just doing shit just because you can. I don't like those type of crimes and stuff like that. I don't like that type of shit. I have jumped in people's shit. Strangers. I could have grabbed my child and anybody that was with us and, hurt because of my my impulse, right? When it comes to those things. And one thing when you have an anger issue, you impulse is the thing you have to deal with. You have to manage it. Cause if not, mm. And you can always see it because you see people. It's the difference when seeing people that are angered in a similar situation and handle it totally different. Some people that should escalate, phew, and then you have some that aren't as angry, or it's measured to where they get to insert those de-escalation techniques in there. When you got somebody that has anger issues, baby, them that shit is going on out the damn window. And then with some people, it plays on the person's physical and and other shit, right? Blood pressure, 185, and all that old crazy shit. Or you so mad you done blanked out. There's a chunk of what occurred is missing. You don't know what happened. Are you so impulsive, like you going to something that you don't even know what the hell is going on? You don't know where no guns are. You don't know this, that, and there, whatever. And you jumping in it, and you don't even know what the fuck is going on. So that's part of the evaluation and assessment when they if you got an anger issue. And if you can manage it, or do you need help managing it? So I've never like but so it's a kind of made me look sideways when a couple people called me a bully. I'm like, huh? But I have to come back to where we are. I have never been called up. And I'm a lot worse. I'm very nice on here. I'm a lot worse. I've never been called that. I despise a bully. I don't like people fuck with nobody. I favor minding my business. And if I don't like someone, that doesn't mean I get to harass them and stuff like that. Because if that's the case, then I get to get my ass beat. I get everything that comes with it, right? Ain't no. Fuck that. You know. So anyway, let me check on CNN because I got to see when they when the people them old janky ass people in I think it's Maine gonna vote on all the screensavers for all. I don't know if I picked this or not, but for all my phones and stuff, it's some kind of earth and science stuff. Weird. Oh, they probably voted by now. Well, it's 12:10, y'all. First of all, y'all, vote to coverage. Let me see if I can find CNN Live. Here it is. Here they ass is in New York, y'all. Here they go. Here they go. I'm sorry. I kept telling y'all my name is New Hampshire. Here they go. I'm so nervous. I'm so damn nervous. I'm so nervous. Oh, oh, oh my gosh. I'm clicking on the wrong stuff. I just need help. This is where I do need my stabilizing friends and shit. And men. The ones that tell me, Angie, do not buy another damn.
She's reading the rest of the races. It's really amazing all the attention Jessica and Morris in this room have, and it's totally quiet except for loudmouth Gary Tuckman, who's trying to talk like he's at a golf tournament and someone's making a money putt right now.
Well,
but
we
people are really paying
appreciate
close attention.
we appreciate the commentary, Gary. We know there are more reporters there than there are actual voters, which is always a fascinating component
That's
of this.
exactly
Let's
right.
listen now. Let's listen now to the fifth ballot.
One for Kamala D. Harris.
Kamala Harris gets number 5.
One for Joyce.
So it's 3 for Donald Trump, 2 for Kamala Harris. And that one's next question.
One for
Wait a minute, y'all. Let me go back because I think they saying Kamala got most of them. Hold on.
Kamala D. Harris.
Kamala Harris
Hold on.
is the third voter. So it's now 2 for Donald.
Hold on.
4 Republicans here, as I mentioned, 2 undeclared. So the official counting is taking place now. Like I was telling you, Tom Tillotson is unlocking the golden lock on the 44-year-old lock.
This is what I do for real, y'all, in real life. This is why I'm up here tonight. I ain't no just jumping on the bandwagon all my life.
He's going to show us that the box is now empty. The Attorney General's representative is looking at it, and so are we. Tom, don't drop the box.
On myself.
Try not to.
It'll hurt somebody.
Won't hurt the box, that's for sure.
One for Donald Trump, J.D. Vance.
1 for Donald Trump, J.D. Vance.
One for Kelly Ayotte.
That's the senator. That's the governor, his former senator,
Jane Williams.
U.S.
One
representative.
for Joseph E. Kenny. One for David Rochefort.
So they're reading all the races for each of the ballots, but you could hear Donald Trump has already gotten 1 vote.
One for John McCormick.
4 Republicans here, as I mentioned, 2 undeclared voters.
One
No
for
Democrats.
Leon H. Ryder. One for Terry L. Peterson. One for Ray Foreman. And yes on the constitutional amendment question.
There's referendums here also.
One for Donald Trump. Trump and J.D.
It's
Vance.
the second ballot, another
One
Donald
for
Trump vote.
Kelly Ayotte.
So, Gary, if you can hear me, that's 2 votes for Donald Trump. He matches the total just now that he got in the 2016 general election. You sort of went over this a bit before. Is there any historical precedent for Dixville Notch being a predictor of where New Hampshire might go, or where maybe the nation might go?
And what I'll tell you, Boris, you talked about 2016 and 2020, Donald Trump got 0 votes. Joe Biden got 5. So it's different from 2016 to 2020. Let's hear ballot 3 for 1 second, then I'll answer the next question.
One for, I never say her name right, I'm sorry, Kamala D. Harris.
Kamala Harris gets the
One
third
for
voter.
Tim Walz.
So it's now 2 for Donald Trump, 1 for Kamala Harris.
One for Kelly Ayotte. One for Maggie Goodlander. One
So
for
you were
Joseph
asking,
E.
Boris,
Kenny.
can you draw conclusions based on the voting here? The answer to that is an unequivocal
One
no.
for Arnold G. Davis.
What this is
One
no way
for
to draw a
Joseph
conclusion,
Woodward.
but you can
One for
certainly
John McCormick.
create interest in the upcoming votes that will be happening over the next 23 hours. But there's no way to know for sure. What I can tell you, in 1960, the first time they did this, Richard Nixon against John F. Kennedy. Richard Nixon got 9 votes. John F. Kennedy got 0 votes. Richard Nixon did win the Granite State, the state of New Hampshire, but he lost in the country, and John F. Kennedy became president of the United States.
One for Donald J. Trump.
Here's the 4th
and
ballot,
J.D.
1 for
Vance.
Donald Trump. So Donald
One
Trump
for
now has
Kelly
3 votes.
Ayotte.
Kamala Harris has
One for
1
Maggie
vote from the first
Goodlander.
4.
One for Joseph E. Kenny.
And now she's reading the rest of the
One
races.
for David Wilkford. One for Arnold.
It's really amazing,
Davis.
all the
One
attention
for Keith L.
Jessica and
LaBerge.
Morris in this room have, and it's totally quiet except for loudmouth Gary Tuckman,
One for
who's trying to talk like he's at a
Suzanne
golf tournament and someone's
Collins.
making a money putt right now.
Well,
But
we
people are really paying
appreciate
close attention. They re-
we appreciate the commentary, Gary. We know there are more reporters there than there are actual voters, which is always a fascinating component
That's
of this.
exactly
Let's
right.
listen now. Let's listen now to the 5th ballot.
One for Kamala D. Harris. in
Kamala
Kentucky.
Harris gets number 5.
One for Joyce.
So it's
Beth.
3 for
3 to
Donald
2.
Trump, 2
One
for
for
Kamala
Maggie
Harris,
Goodlander.
3 to 2.
Confirming, Gary, there were 6 total voters.
One for Rusty Talbot.
6 total voters, and that's the rule. Every voter has to be here and cast a vote in order for the polls to close immediately after this and the results to be officially read. So
Got it.
it's 3 to
So-
2. One thing I want to tell you, one thing I want to tell you, Boris, there could be a write-in. There could be a write-in also. Nikki Haley did very well in the primary here. The New Hampshire primary should be Donald Trump. So we were wondering if anyone would do a write-in for Nikki Haley.
That's
But
an
here's the
urgent vote.
6th ballot about to come up.
Who will win Dixville
So here
Notch,
we go.
or if it'll end in a tie, perhaps.
One for Kamala D. Harris.
And Kamala Harris gets the 6th vote.
One for
Donald
Kelly
Trump
Ayotte.
3, Kamala Harris 3. We've been talking about how close this race is with the polls in the United States. Some people say it's 50-50. We can tell you officially in Dixville Notch, New Hampshire, population 6, it is 50-50 on the nose. 3 for Kamala Harris, 3 for Donald Trump.
Peterson. One for Ray Gorman.
And they will close the polls momentarily. This precinct will be done for the 2024 presidential election. Let's hear what the moderator has to say, Tom Tillotson, and I believe he'll be talking next.
We have the results. Yes, we do.
He's going to read the official results, although I've already told you them, but unofficially.
All right, we ready for president?
Let's listen for
3
a few
for
more
Kamala
moments.
Harris, 3 for Donald Trump. Following the national trends.
There
For
you have it.
governor, 1 for Joyce
It is
Craig
now
and
official.
There
you have it.
Dixville
It's gonna be
Notch,
read-
New Hampshire, the first in the nation ballots cast on election day. It is now official in Dixville Notch, a tie. 3 votes for former President Donald Trump, 3 votes for Vice President Kamala Harris. It just underscores, as Gary Tuckman was saying, how divided the nation is and how close this 2024 presidential election is in poll after poll. In polls of polls, CNN has found this race too close to call, and you see it illustrated there, the first results that we are getting on election day leading to a tie. Now, Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump is closing the 2024 campaign with one final rally in Michigan. It's his last stop on a multi-state blitz on the eve of Election Day, which included visits to North Carolina and Pennsylvania, other battlegrounds. CNN's Kristen Holmes is there in Grand Rapids. She joins us now live. We should note Donald Trump is taking the stage as we speak. We're going to bring you his comments. Kristen, before he gets to the microphone, what should we expect to hear from former President Trump?
Well, we heard from the beginning of his closing arguments in Pittsburgh earlier today. They said that because he was going to be taking the stage so late tonight in Grand Rapids, obviously now after midnight, that he would be delivering a lot of those closing remarks starting in Pennsylvania. Also because Pennsylvania is such a critical battleground state. Now it's Donald Trump, so the message may get a little bit muddled, but what they say that he's going to talk about is those three issues they believe are going to propel Donald Trump to the White House. That's inflation, immigration, and crime. These are the things that his campaign has tried to hammer home. They also want him to focus on the messaging of, quote unquote, Kamala broke it, I'm going to fix it, and the fact that she has been in office for 3.5 years. Remember, one of the things that Donald...
What the hell? Oh, Lord. CNN, please, my nerves bad. I'm gonna be eating cakes and shit. My nerves get bad, baby. I go snacking. Hold on. Let me see if I can find another source. This is ridiculous. It's tied, y'all. I don't know why I kept saying the places in Maine. Yep. No one, I couldn't find nothing. Places in damn New Hampshire. You don't never make a fool of yourself, because hold on. I just can't believe we got to go through this. Why put me through it? Ooh, just do what I say. Go over Kamala. Ah.
And it's the people who are making America great again.
Let me see if we can hear him. Make sure we can hear this.
Thank you very much. This is unbelievable.
I can't hear him. Hold on, let me find. Yeah. I may be lying all about the crowd sizes and stuff. He come out with them old crazy ass numbers. Like, why are you focusing on her name? You idiot. Ignorant ass. And this motherfucker.
4 of these in one day is a little difficult, but Thank you very much. This is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Think of it. This is it. This is the last one that we're going to have to do. And doing 4 of these in one day is a little difficult, but not really, because the love in every one of them has been incredible, just like this. So it makes it a lot easier. And I want to say a very special hello to Grand Rapids. It's been a special place. Remember 2016? We were given a 3% chance. You remember we came to Grand Rapids? I said, how the hell are we going to lose? It was just like this. And I said, how are we going to lose? We're not going to lose. And it was a 3% chance. And then we won a little place called Florida and went to about a 7% chance. And then it went to an 11%. And then it went to 17%. You remember? And went that way. And then it went to about a 62% chance. And they had somebody in there going totally crazy. The woman, she became she was going crazy. Not on our side, on the other side, she was going crazy. But we're in very good shape. I have to tell you, we're way up in terms of the vote. You know, the Republicans are never up like that. And I don't want to talk too much about it because I really want you to just assume that it's sort of even and you're going to turn out tomorrow and we're going to blow this thing away because, you know, we're leading going in by hundreds of thousands of votes, but just pretend we're tied or losing by a little bit because we want to put on a display tomorrow of unity and everything. The progress that this party has made is incredible. It's very inclusive. It's inclusive of everybody, including our great mayor right back there. That is our great mayor who came through for us. But I want to thank everybody and a very special hello to Michigan. We're going to do some great things from Michigan. We're going to do great things from Michigan. We're going to bring the car business blazing back. You're not going to remember what was like. We're going to make Detroit. We're going to make Detroit greater than it ever was. You know, I've been hearing about Detroit for a long time. They've been talking about that miracle in Detroit. Well, I mean, look, we got to be honest. It hasn't happened, but it's going to happen now. It's going to happen at levels that you never dreamt possible. So for the auto workers who have been so incredible, you've been so incredible. You're going to be very happy with the things we're doing. We killed the plant, as you know, in Mexico. The biggest plant in the world was going to be built in Mexico, and I absolutely killed it. Are you better off now than you were 4 years ago? Because over the past 4 years, Americans have suffered one catastrophic failure, betrayal, and humiliation after another. Kamala has delivered soaring prices and true economic anguish at home, war and chaos abroad, and a nation-destroying invasion on our southern border, invasion of some of the greatest criminals in the world that are pouring into our country. And we're not going to take that. We're going to end that like immediately. And I happen to think it's bigger than the economy. And I think, you know, every poll shows the economy and inflation and then the border and the horrible things that are going on. And I don't agree with it. I think we have to focus on all of it. We do it all at one time. But to me, when you allow thousands of murderers into our country, to me, when you allowed the drug kingpins of the world into our, and terrorists into our country at levels that we've never seen before, to me, that's the bigger problem. We're going to solve it all, but that's the bigger problem. and we're going to have it taken care of very quickly. But my message to you and to all Americans tonight is very simple. We do not have to live this way. We don't have to live this way. We're not living good. 4 years. What did they do that was good? Can you name one thing? I said to a group of people, what have they done? Everything's a disaster, including nobody even knows how to. Supposing President Xi of China wanted to call to ask a little question about war or Taiwan or anything, who the hell does he call? We got a little problem in America. There's nobody to call. You know, they'll probably end up calling me. Maybe they'll call me. But no. But who do you call? And remember, they ripped that presidency away from Joe Biden. Say what you want. We're not fans of Joe Biden. You know, I spent $150 million on him. We went through the convention. We never mentioned Kamala. Nobody knew who the hell she was. And all of a sudden, they picked Kamala, even though she was in last place. She came in number 13. They had 12 plus Kamala. She was considered the 13th. But then they wanted to be politically correct, so they picked Kamala. And they called her Harris, and nobody knew who Harris was. Like, call Harris. Who's Harris? Weird. You know, it's a very nice name, but it's a strange name because nobody knows who she is. So we had to call her Kamala. But she was the least popular. She got no votes. She lost in the primaries to Joe Biden and everybody else. She was the first one out. She quit the first one, 22 people. She left. She never made it to the great state of Iowa, never made it. And now we're running against her. But she's been exposed, you know, she's been exposed. She's a radical left lunatic who destroyed San Francisco. But we don't have to settle for weakness and incompetence and decline and decay. That's a nice word, decay. That's what's happening. That's a nice word, decay. Can you imagine? And nobody will question it because it's true. With your vote tomorrow, we can fix every single problem our country faces and lead America, indeed the world, to new heights of glory. And indeed, think of that statement, how beautiful that is. New heights of glory, that's what's going to happen. When we win the election and we're really, well, look, the ball's in our hand. All we have to do is get out the vote tomorrow. You get out the vote, they can't do anything about it, we win. One of their top people just got on television. I was coming in and they said, these are not looking good, these numbers for them. This is very troubling. At least he was honest. No, all we have to do, if we get out our people, it's over. There's nothing they can do about it. It's nice when you have that, right? You know? In other words, to make you feel a little guilty, we would only have you to blame. But we put ourselves in an unusual position. Never happened where we're leading by hundreds of thousands of votes in the early stage vote. That's never happened before. We've always been losing by sometimes millions of votes, and you know, you keep catching them on Tuesday, but Tuesday comes along and you make it, you don't quite make it, you're a little short. And then they cheat, and it makes it a little tougher. Because when you have open borders, transgender everything, high taxes, very high taxes, they're campaigning on the fact that they're going to raise everybody's taxes. And you have men playing in women's sports. You have to cheat. Who the hell is going to approve that stuff? Who's going to approve open borders with criminals pouring into our country by the millions? No, they have to cheat. They have to cheat, and they do it very well, actually. But I think we're in very good shape. We just have to show up, and you're going to have the biggest victory. You know what this will be? The single greatest victory, politically speaking, in the history of our country. And when we win the election, only one day from now, do you know how that sounds? I started off saying, and when we win the election 4 years from now, that was terrible. That was so depressing. When we win the election 4 years from now. And I said 3 years and 2 years and 1 year. Then I said 6 months, and I said, ooh, that's starting to get a little close. And then I said 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 month. And then about weeks ago, when we win the election in 21 days, it just seemed very
Crazy.
far away. And now I say when we win the election tomorrow, can you believe it? Can you believe it? Wow. And what we've done, and this is a sad occasion in certain ways, because I think we did like 930 rallies from the very beginning. That's a lot of rallies, and and remember, if you make one slip up, and I'm a person, as you probably noticed, I had this beautiful speech. I haven't really even gotten to it yet. One of these moments, I'll start giving you some beautiful things to listen to, and honestly, some terrible things to listen to. Terrible. What's happened, what they've done to our country is horrible. Horrible. And by the way, don't you like a president that doesn't need to use a teleprompter? Isn't there something refreshing? But I think I heard somebody say it's like 900, maybe a little more than 900 rallies. And, rarely do they ever catch me making even a little mistake. I go through rally after rally, 10, 20, 30, and then I say the wrong. They say, he's cognitively impaired. No, we're not. I'll let you know when that time happens. It could happen, but hopefully it's not going to be for a long time. He pronounced a word. He slurred the word. And I hate to go back, A lot of guys, they'll be talking and they'll make a mistake. Excuse me. Let me go back. When you do that, it's over for a good speech. You can't do that. You just have to blaze through it and hope that they didn't hear the mistake. Now, when Winston Churchill, who's a great speaker, he was actually a stutterer. Tremendous stutterer, and he became one of the greatest orators. But when Winston Churchill made a mistake, he didn't go, excuse me, and go back. He just blazed through it. But if I do it, they say, he's cognitively impaired. There's something wrong with him. These people are sick. Those people, look at them. Ooh, that's a lot. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people. But this has been an incredible journey. It's very sad in a way because, we've done all these, and this is the last one. But here's the good news. All we were doing is putting ourselves in a position to win, which we can do tomorrow very easily if we show up. Just so you know, if we show up, they can't win. They can't. They mathematically can't win because they're so far behind. If you don't show up, I guess. But here's the one thing I will say. Show up anyway, but they have no enthusiasm. She had a rally today. She couldn't have had more than 100 people there. And I had all 4 stadiums were full, but she had a rally, and she was screaming, we're going to win, we're going to win. And they wouldn't follow her. They wouldn't say it. Did you see that clip? I'd like to put it up. The problem is I don't put up too many clips. I have the most beautiful clips. The problem is the press won't follow them. I had a friend a couple of weeks ago. We made.
Well, let's see if we can find that clip, Donald J. Let's see if we can find that clip. I want to see that. So we can get on up out of here until my nerves bad. I'm looking at all these polls, right? And all except one is showing that we're going to win, but it's so thin. I'm talking about And I don't like to play it that close. I don't like to keep nobody around. I like to get on up out of here. Learn that in sports. Don't let a team hang around. Um, because that way, they can think they can, beat you and stuff like that. And they go to figuring out a way. You know what I'm saying? I learned that in every competition. Even when it got down to my child, so when it was repeated to her, I was like, shut your damn mouth. Right? So let me see. What's this little bitty rally? He said that Ms. Harris attended today. Was it in Pittsburgh? Wait a minute, yeah. One in Pittsburgh. One in Philadelphia. I mean, hell, which one are you talking about? Let's see. Hold on. Because she did a few of them. Did he say she did only one? He lied. You know.
To the White House. Are you ready? Hey, listen. Let me be clear.
Thank God for all I need.
Governor Tim Walz. So
I can't tell you how proud I am to be on this ticket to make Roe the law of the land. President Harris.
Everything you want, go walk it out and woo.
Is that Saturday channel?
is already shared, man. Oh, my podium is off, man. It's deep. Sorry, my podium, my words are really far from me now, so that wasn't supposed to happen. That's all good. What's up, y'all? Let's go.
Wow.
Hello, Pittsburgh. What's up? Y'all looking good, man. You're beautiful people tonight. How y'all feeling? You know, guys, our stories are different, but our purpose is already shared, man. Oh, my podium is off, man. It's deep. Sorry, my podium, my words are really far from me now, so that wasn't supposed to happen. That's all good. What's up, y'all? Let's go. Hey, and look, our stories are different, but our purpose is shared. All right? We are here to be a part of the change. Y'all know that. We are here to choose a better future. We are here to elect Kamala Harris as the next president. Because America is ready for a new generation of leadership. A president who fights for the people, who leads with joy, who takes no nonsense. Talking about she's standing on business, y'all. A president who stands for freedom, justice, and opportunity. She is not a demagogue, and yet she is not demure.
Yeah.
Is a president who sees in us, like Kamala Harris says, good people, hard-working people. A president who will lift us up and strengthen us by all of our communities, who will walk the walk and for all the citizens of this country and leave a better future for our daughters. So tonight, let's dance. And tomorrow, let's make history. Now, please help me welcome the next President of the United States. Y'all show some love, Kamala Harris.
Keep on running, 'cause the winner don't quit on themselves. Hello, Pittsburgh! Hey, everybody! Can we hear it for Cedric the Entertainer? Hey, everyone!
Hey, Ted Urban. Ted, look at that, Ted. Ted.
Pittsburgh! Are we ready to do this? Are we ready to vote? Are we ready to win? Oh, it is good to be here tonight with all these leaders. I thank you all so very much. I want to thank Representatives Lee, Deluzzi.
Okay, so wasn't that rally? Let's see. Let's Okay, let me see. Was it this rally? Let's find out.
He say yes she can. Let me hear say yes she can. Let me hear say yes she can. Say yes she can. Say yes she can. Hey, yes she can. Yes she can. Yes she can. Yes she can. Yes she can.
What 100 people at Trump?
She can.
What 100 people?
Yes she can. Every woman. Yes she can. Yes she can.
I'm talking about. Give it
Philadelphia! Where I am. Philadelphia, welcome the next president of these United States, Kamala Harris!
Yes, she can. Let me hear you say, yes, she can. Let me hear you say, let me hear you say, yes, she can. Let me hear you say,
Freedom, I can't move. Freedom, don't be loose. Freedom, freedom, where are you? 'Cause I need freedom too. I break chains all by myself. Won't let my freedom rot in hell. Hey, I'ma keep on running 'cause the winner don't quit on themselves. I'ma wade through the waters till the tide don't move. I'ma riot through your borders. Call me
What 100 people at Trump?
forgive me,
Man, fuck
Good
you,
evening,
oh, liar.
Philadelphia! Good evening, everyone. First of all, can we hear it for Oprah, please?
and the first second gentleman of the United States, my husband. Oh, it's good to be back. It's good to be back and to be with so many incredible leaders, including Bob Casey. Let's send him back to the United States Senate. I want to thank all the outstanding artists and performers who are here tonight and sharing the gift that they have with all of us. I thank you all so very much. And to everyone here, thank you for taking time out of your busy lives to be here, for us to all be here together, showing who America is, that we are all in this together. We are all in this together. So Philadelphia, you ready to do this? Are we ready to vote? Are we? Oh, it's good to be back in the city of brotherly love.
To expect tomorrow.
Where's all my ladies at?
Crazy to think that this is all coming to a
And together I know that together we are also a brighter, stronger, and more hopeful future that we will build together. And tonight, then we finish as we started, with optimism, with energy, with joy, knowing that we, the people, have the power to shape our future and that we can confront any challenge we face when we do it together. Generations of Americans before us led the fight for freedom. And now the baton is in our hands. And to everyone who continues to pour so much of yourselves into this campaign as an extension of your love for our country, I thank you for your time, your effort, and the heart you are putting into this. And together I know that together we are also intentional about, in this process, building community and building coalitions. And because of you, each of you, and collectively, our people-powered movement reflects a simple and undeniable truth that we are all in this together. We are all in this together. So we have one day to get this done, which means now we need to get to work and get out the vote. So let's reach out once again to our family members, friends, classmates, neighbors, coworkers, knowing and reminding them that we all have so much more in common than what separates us. And let us please remind everyone that your vote is your voice, and your voice is your power. So tonight I ask you one last time, are you ready to make your voices heard? Do we believe in freedom? Do we believe in opportunity? Do we believe in the promise of America? And are we ready to fight for it? And when we fight, we win. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America.
Okay, Trump, well, where was the people not saying nothing? Boy, that motherfucker lies. I'm talking about, they be doing that shit y'all be doing. When y'all be seeing, no, her family don't fuck with her. Oh, no, crazy shit. Weird. I don't know how you do it. Let me see if it was on this one. Hold on. Let me see this at the end of this one. Oh, let me put this one up. I'm gonna go back to the first one. This because I be trying to validate. Because you know what? I'm just not used to a bunch of lying like this. And I don't understand it. Like who does? Well, y'all know.
Ask you.
Makes the wrong people.
Are you ready to make your voices heard? Do we believe in freedom? Do we believe in opportunity? Do we believe in the promise of America? And are we ready to fight for it? And when we fight, we win. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America. God bless you.
Well, maybe that's the one he's talking about. I mean, if the crowd was smaller, that's probably why it didn't sound as loud. But you know, you gotta check behind his ass. I be still be trying to give people the benefit of the doubt. That's what us good little folks do, aren't you? That's what we do. Let's see, what is it? Hold on. I'm just trying to. Mm-hmm. Trumpster, I think you learn. I think you learn Earth. That ain't nothing new. Lord have mercy, help him. Get his ass on up out of him. And I believe if his ass is still around in 4 more years, if he lose this, he gonna run again. He talking about he's not. Child, bye. Mm-hmm.
This thing away because, you know, we're leading going in by hundreds of thousands of votes, but just pretend we're tied or losing by a little bit.
You know you
because
tied.
we want to put on a display tomorrow of unity and everything. The progress that this party has made is incredible. It's very inclusive. It's inclusive of everybody, including our great mayor right back there. That is our great mayor who came through for us. But I want to thank everybody, and a very special hello to Michigan. We're going to do some great things from Michigan. We're going to do great things from We're gonna bring the car business blazing back. You're not gonna remember what was like. We're gonna make Detroit. We're gonna make Detroit greater than it ever was. Yet I've been hearing about Detroit for a long time. They've been talking about that miracle of Detroit. Well, I mean, look, we got to be honest. Hasn't happened, but it's going to happen now. It's going to happen and at levels that you never dreamt possible. So for you, for the auto workers who have been so incredible, you've been so incredible. You're going to be very happy with the things we're doing. We killed the plant, as you know, in Mexico. The biggest plant in the world was going to be built in Mexico, and I absolutely killed it. But I'd like to begin by asking a question. Are you better off now than you were 4 years ago? Because over the past 4 years, Americans have suffered one catastrophic failure, betrayal, and humiliation after another. Kamala has delivered soaring prices and true economic anguish at home, war and chaos abroad, and a nation-destroying invasion on our southern border, invasion of some of the greatest criminals in the world that are pouring into our country. And we're not going to take that. We're going to end that like immediately. And I happen to think it's bigger than the economy. And I think, you know, every poll shows the economy and inflation and then the border and the horrible things that are going on. And I don't agree with it. I think we have to focus on all of it. We do it all at one time. But to me, when you allow thousands of murderers into our country, to me, when you allowed the drug kingpins of the world into our, and terrorists into our country at levels that we've never seen before, to me, that's the bigger problem. We're going to solve it all, but that's the bigger problem. And we're going to have it taken care of very quickly. But my message to you and to all Americans tonight is very simple. We do not have to live this way. We don't have to live this way. We're not living good. 4 years, what did they do that was good? Can you name one thing? I said to a group of people, what have they done? Everything's a disaster, including nobody even knows how to. Supposing President Xi of China wanted to call to ask a little question about war or Taiwan or anything, who the hell does he call? We got a little problem in America. There's nobody to call. You know, they'll probably end up calling me. Maybe they'll call me. But no. But who do you call? And remember, they ripped that presidency away from Joe Biden. Say what you want. We're not fans of Joe Biden. You know, I spent $150 million on him. We went through the convention. We never mentioned Kamala. Nobody knew who the hell she was. And all of a sudden, they picked Kamala, even though she was in last place. She came in number 13. They had 12 plus Kamala. She was considered the 13th. But then they wanted to be politically correct, so they picked Kamala. And they called her Harris. And nobody knew who Harris was. Like, call Harris. Who's Harris? Weird. You know, it's a very nice name, but it's a strange name because nobody knows who she is as Harris. So we have to call her Kamala. But she was the least popular. She got no votes. She lost in the primaries to Joe Biden and everybody else. She was the first one out. She quit. The first one, 22 people. She left. She never made it to the great state of Iowa. Never made it. And now we're running against her. But she's been exposed. You know, she's been exposed. She's a radical left lunatic who destroyed San Francisco. But we don't have to settle for weakness and incompetence and decline and decay. That's a nice word, decay. That's what's happened. That's a nice word, decay. Can you imagine? And nobody will question it because it's true. With your vote tomorrow, we can fix every single problem our country faces and lead America, indeed the world, to new heights of glory. Think of that statement, how beautiful that is. New heights of glory, that's what's going to happen. When we win the election and we're really well, look, the ball's in our hand. All we have to do is get out the vote tomorrow. You get out the vote, they can't do anything about it, we win. One of their top people just got on television. I was coming in and they said, these are not looking good, these numbers for them. This is very troubling. At least he was honest. No, all we have to do, if we get out our people, it's over. There's nothing they can do about it. It's nice when you have that, right? You know? In other words, to make you feel a little guilty, we would only have you to blame. But we put ourselves in an unusual position. Never happened where we're leading by hundreds of thousands of votes in the early stage vote. That's never happened before. We've always been losing by sometimes millions of votes, and you know, you keep catching them on Tuesday, but Tuesday comes along and you make it, or you don't quite make it, you're a little short, and then they cheat, and it makes it a little tougher. Because when you have open borders, transgender everything, high taxes, very high taxes, they're campaigning on the fact that they're going to raise everybody's taxes. And you have men playing in women's sports. You have to cheat. Who the hell is going to approve that stuff? Who's going to approve open borders with criminals pouring into our country by the millions? No, they have to cheat. They have to cheat, and they do it very well, actually. But I think we're in very good shape. We just have to show up, and you're going to have the biggest victory. You know what this will be? The single greatest victory, politically speaking, in the history of our country. And when we win the election, only one day from now, do you know how that sounds? I started off saying, and when we win the election 4 years from now, that was terrible. That was so depressing. When we win the election 4 years from now. And I said 3 years and 2 years and 1 year. Then I said 6 months, and I said, ooh, that's starting to get a little close. And then I said 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 month. And then about 3 weeks ago, when we win the election in 21 days, it just seemed very far away. And now I say when we win the election tomorrow, can you believe it? And what we've done, this is a sad occasion in certain ways, because I think we did like 930 rallies from the very beginning. That's a lot of rallies. And remember, if you make one slip up, and I'm a person, as you probably noticed, I have this beautiful speech. I haven't really even gotten to it yet. One of these moments, I'll start giving you some beautiful things to listen to, and honestly, some terrible things to listen to. Terrible. What's happened, what they've done to our country is horrible. Horrible. And by the way, don't you like a president that doesn't need to use a teleprompter?
That's what you do.
Isn't there something refreshing?
That's your shortcoming. Don't get mad.
But I think I heard somebody say it's like 900, maybe a little more than 900 rallies. And, rarely do they ever catch me making even a little mistake. I go through rally after rally, 10, 20, 30, and then I say the wrong. They say, he's cognitively impaired. No, we're not. I'll let you know when that time happens. It could happen, but hopefully it's not going to be for a long time. He pronounced the word. He slurred the word, and I hate to go back, a lot of guys, let me go back. When you do that, it's over for a good speech. You can't do that. You just have to blaze through it and hope that they didn't hear the mistake.
Okay, let's crunch some numbers, y'all. Ain't about time for that. Let's crunch some numbers. Okay, I mean, I got the more even map, right? Listen, I'm not finna be bedridden tomorrow night looking at the ceiling. Like, what happened? Because this year I don't have any expectations like that. I told you that Hillary shit wiped me out. Right? Okay, so this is what we're doing, right? So right now I got it 226 to 219, and I am guessing that they don't have the toss ups shaded any differently. So, all right, so we know we need, because this is what they're already counting for us, right? Or they just counting solids? I don't have time to do the math. Let's see. 8, 62, 74, 84. Two, 65, 76, 80, 83, 90, 91, 95, so it's 195, 195, 205, 224. So I'm missing 2 somewhere, so I'm close. Okay, so I see what they did. So they only count in the solid blue. Okay. Okay, so I see what they did. Right. They only count in the solid blues. So they're not. So they are. So we need to get like someone get 50 about these blues right here. Yeah, I can't make Georgia blue. There's no way. So I gotta get 50 some other kind of way. So I can't do North Carolina. Let me see. I need Pennsylvania. What's the Pennsylvania? That's 19. That's 29, 39, 44. So if we get some of them, lightly shades. Okay, so what do we need? We need, let's see, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, PA, Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico. Maybe we can get it that way. Let's see. All right, so we have that little shade, right? Let me tell you, share what I found. Well, had me looking crazy in a few hours. It's late. Got my mail-in early in-person votes. It's like, oh, Angie, do your big one. That's how I do my big one. I do my big one. So thus far, overall, we only up by 2. We're mail-in and early in-person votes, right? So I have, okay, Minnesota. Let's look at Minnesota. Where my boy Keller? Hold on. Where's the damn? Hold on. I done clicked off the damn thing. Hold on, y'all. My nerves are bad. I'm bad time for this. So, okay, so Minnesota. Okay, so we're gonna look at Minnesota. Let me see what the predictions over there in Minnesota. Not predictions, what they got saying so far. Okay, we got 42% over there in Minnesota. That's gonna be hard to make up. You see those percentages? That's almost 20. That's 21% lead. So give us Minnesota. Give us 10 too, because that is 10. All right. And don't nobody probably know. And I said, give me 10 too. That's 10 sample. I clicked on that damn Clive Christian Honey. Y'all see it, it's all in my thing. Baby, don't click on nothing. Don't click on nothing. I'm just trying to get the best price. It's all in my shit that I was posting on the wall about. Don't click on nothing else, because it'll never get out your box. So we did Minnesota. So we want to do, who we doing next? Wisconsin. Let's see what Wisconsin got. Wisconsin. Okay, we're up by a little bit. We're up by a little bit. So that's a good sign. We're up by a little bit. Okay. Who else? Who else? Who else? That's 20. Let's see what Michigan's gonna give us. Michigan got 15. Let's see what Michigan's gonna give us. Ugh, probably the title. I don't know why we even have to go through all of this. This is dumb. Woo, that's tight. Woo, I can't get one. I can't. That would call. That's 3. Woo, Michigan is tight, baby. Ooh, that's ooh. Ooh, let me go find something else. Yeah, okay. And if you look at this PBS map, it's even a lighter shade than Minnesota. Okay, let's see what Pennsylvania's giving us. Let's see what Pennsylvania's gonna give us. But Pennsylvania, get your ass together. I always thought Pennsylvania always went. I'd be all over the place. Okay. I like that. You see that? That's 23. Okay. All right, we're doing something. Let's see. So, okay. That was Virginia. Come on, VA. Come on, VA. Give us something, baby. Make your mom and daddy proud. Okay, okay. 12, you know, that's all right. 12%, it's okay. I don't know why y'all people talking about North Kakalaki. I don't know Kakalaki been letting us down. I'm just asking a question. I know Kakalaki be tripping sometimes. Let me see. See, we can't shade out. See, I knew I was right. Them Carolinas, they got the Republicans got one, no blue on you. Can't count you. Georgia, I'm scared to click on. I think when I clicked earlier. Yeah, no, we down. No, can't shade that blue. Okay, let me see. What about Arizona and Nevada? Can we get that? I ain't gonna have me up here looking crazy. When shit goes down. Arizona and the Arizona. Ooh, why they got it shaded blue? Ooh, no. Arizona and Nevada. Come on now. Ooh, that's going the wrong direction. Ooh. Do you got New Mexico right? Do you got that right? And New Hampshire. Do we have that right? New Mexico and New Hampshire. New Hampshire. That's probably gonna go blue. What about New Mexico? Just to get your people. Yeah, okay, I think we got that. So what we got out the deal? New Mexico, New Hampshire. That's not maybe. So I think we're gonna be okay. I don't know. I thought we was okay with the Hillary. But as a matter of fact, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even do all. I mean, I be doing my maps and stuff, but I didn't even, for a couple of days before time, I hadn't even done my maps and stuff like that, so I wasn't worried about it because they said we had it. Shit, them people like, you gotta be damn if that's so. So now, listen, I told you I ain't finna stress. I told them I'm gonna come in here and give my stress to y'all. What is this? More Sean Combs stuff. Last night we had an argument. No, just downloading more deal paperwork. Mm, 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 mm. Oh shit. I thought they can vote on it. Hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. Wait a minute. To the break of dawn. Mm, who is this? Wait, y'all. I don't know. I could have sworn this man already moved on this. Then that's what I pointed on, posted on my wall, right? All right, y'all. Let me get up out of this chair. But anyway, yeah. That's our live buffet for today. Anyway, make sure you go vote for Kamala Harris tomorrow. And they'll be doing something good for yourself. And guess what? Somebody else. You also be making it their good day tomorrow, even better day. And guess what? I got to go and figure something out. With that being said, I'm out of here. I hope I fed you well. I'm out of here. So are you. Bye. Smooches. Take care.